Cross the roundabout, second
nice,
exit.
Yeah. Oh, off the gas, come off the gas, there you go. Lights are red, yeah?
Turn left.
Okay. A bit faster, yes. Hi guys, welcome back to Drive London. We've brought you another mock test with Deepak. Yeah. Deepak's found us on YouTube. He watched one of our, several of our mock tests before. He has a test in about a week's time, and he's not sure if he wants to go for the test or not. So he wanted to come and do a mock test with us to see what kind of standards he's at right now, and then he's going to go from there. He's done about 40 hours with another instructor. About 40 hours. 40 hours, yeah. We haven't done any lessons with him. We just drove here, which was an okay drive. There was a few things we spoke about, but we're going to see how he does in the mock test. Okay. Yeah. You comfortable with the car?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you know how the test works?
Yes.
So I'm just going to give you a reminder. It's going to last for 40 minutes. During those 40 minutes, you're going to keep from the road ahead unless I ask you to turn left or right. There'll be 20 minutes of independent driving. There'll be one maneuver and possibly the emergency stop. Okay. And there'll be one show me question while you're driving, and there'll be one tell me question at the start. Okay. For you guys, if he makes any mistakes, there will be any serious or dangerous mistakes, it will be up here in red. If he makes any minor mistakes, it will be up in red, amber up here. And if he makes any good points or anything that he does well, it will be in green up here.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
All set?
Yeah.
Okay, do you understand what you're going to be doing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright, whenever you're ready, I'd like you to start the car. And I'm going to direct you to begin with.
Yes.
And then we'll stop off and we'll start the sat-nav after that, the independent driving. Okay?
Okay.
So whenever you're ready, I'd like you to start the car. We're going to go down to the end of the road and turn left.
Okay.
Okay? Straight over this roundabout, first exit. Turn left of the roundabout. And I'd like you to pull over and park in a safe place for me, please. Okay, thank you. And now we're going to start the independent driving from here. So I'm just going to start the sat nav and we'll start from here, okay? So just press start there. Okay. And whenever you're ready, we're going to follow the sat nav from now on, okay? There is sound, it's just at the moment you're carrying on straight ahead.
After 200 yards, go left on the roundabout, first exit. Go left on the roundabout, first exit.
To pull over and park just before that black car on the left for me, please. And leave yourself enough room to move away and don't worry about the driveways. That's great, thank you. And drive on whenever you're ready.
200 yards, go left on the roundabout, first exit. Go left on the roundabout, first exit. After 200 yards, go right on the roundabout, second exit. Go right on the roundabout, second exit. After 80 yards, cross the roundabout, second exit. Cross the roundabout, second exit. After 200 yards, turn left. Turn left. After 100 yards, turn left, then take the third right. Turn left, then take the third right. 200 yards, turn right, then turn left. Turn right, then turn left.
Press the start button again. Keep the clutch. There you go. That's it. It's on. Fine. Let's go. Okay. Yeah. Press the start button. There you go. Okay. Let's get control.
After 100 yards, turn left.
Turning left, yeah.
Turn left.
Okay. It's a bit faster, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So for that, there was a speed hump there. Did you see that? Yeah. You just need to go a little bit slow on those. Anyways, continue following the sat nav.
At the end of the road, turn right. Turn right.
Okay, I'd like you to pull over and park in a safe place for me, please. Okay, thank you. So, just to recap, by the handbrake is you press the button, yeah? That's it. So I feel like you're a bit confused with that, yeah?
Yeah, handbrake I'm confused on
Yeah,
this.
so it's pressed, and to release is you pull it towards you, okay? Okay, whenever you're ready, I'd like you to move off. The handbrake is on now, yeah? And I'd like you to pull over and
After
park again.
200 yards,
Just
turn
behind that silver
left,
car. Get a
then
little bit closer to
take
the
the
silver car.
second right.
That's great, thank you. Okay, good. We're just going to stop the independent driving from here, and you're going to follow my directions from now on, okay? Alright. So I'm just going to end that here. Okay, so you're going to follow my directions. Whenever you're ready, I'd like you to move off again.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yep. At the end of the road, we're going to turn right. At the next roundabout, we're going to go straight over, second exit. And I'd like you to now pull over and park in a safe place on the right side of the road, okay?
Right side.
Yes, please. Thank you. Now I'd like you to reverse back 2 car lengths and rejoin the road. Okay, we're just going to stop for these cars to pass through, yeah? Safer when there's no one around you, okay? Okay, thank you. That's great. I'd like you to drive on again for me, please. That's 4th gear, yeah? Roundabout, we're going to turn left, first exit. It's just after the roundabout, yep.
After the roundabout.
Yeah, just after, it's immediate after.
Yeah. Straight?
Yes, please, just keep on the road ahead. At the end of the road, we're going to turn left. end of the road, we're going to turn left. So right down to the end of the road at the traffic lights, we're turning left. Okay, so just a reminder, at the end of the road, we're turning left. Okay? Next set of traffic lights, we're going to turn right. When it's safe to do so, I'd like you to show me you opening your window for me, please. Thank you. Roundabout, we're going to go straight ahead, first exit. next road on your right.
All right.
Okay, and I'd like you to pull over and park in a safe place. Anywhere on the left here will do. And that's... Okay, and I'd like you just to secure the car for me. And I'll like for you...
Switch off.
Yes, please. Switch off the engine. Okay. All right. So that's the end of your test. Now, how do you think that had gone?
First of all, this car is not my used car, daily one.
Correct. Okay.
So, little bit I'm feeling like the system is same, almost cars, but some things I'm feeling little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes like gear changing time I'm using gas also,
Yes.
but actually the what car I'm using my practice, I didn't touch the gas.
Okay.
And other one like humps.
The humps.
Yeah, and there also the cars, if I little bit touch the brake and the cars like sounds.
Okay.
It's like don't like this sounds.
No.
I
You got to
don't-
understand that
yeah.
when you pass your test,
Yeah.
you're not going to be driving your instructor's car.
Yeah.
You've got to be able to drive any car.
Any car, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, yes, you're unfamiliar with the car and you're
Yeah.
bound to make a few mistakes.
Yes.
But there was some really big serious mistakes as well, which was probably not even down to the control of the car
Yeah, yeah.
or, being a different type of car.
Yeah.
There's some things that you're not doing correct, okay, as a
Yeah,
driver.
yeah, yeah.
Okay?
Understand.
So we're going to go through these mistakes now. So
Okay.
first of all, do you think this would have been a pass or fail?
I think I'm fail because 2-3 mistakes already
You already know,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah,
But it took you a long time to say that it would have been a fail because
Yeah.
there's a few, too many mistakes. Now,
Yeah.
had this been your real test, now the examiners would have terminated the test there. Yeah, do you know what I mean by terminated the test? So they would have stopped the test.
Yeah, yeah.
So while you're driving, they would have stopped and said, it's unsafe to carry on now. We're going to have to just walk back to the test center.
yeah.
So this wasn't, it was too many mistakes in the test, so they would have terminated it, okay?
Okay.
So in total, but I let the test carry
Yeah,
on
yeah.
just so that you know what mistakes you're making,
Yeah.
okay? Now I've counted, let me just quickly count them. So, 12 serious mistakes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that is a lot of mistakes, okay? So
Yeah.
12, well, not even serious, a serious and mix of dangerous
Yeah,
as well,
yeah,
okay?
yeah.
And also there's loads of other minors. I haven't really counted them, but they look way over 15 to me, okay?
Yeah.
There's probably about 20, I'd say there, 20
Mhm.
minors, okay?
Yeah.
So regardless of the serious mistakes, you got too many minors as well, okay?
Mhm.
So let's go through some of the mistakes. Now there's probably too many for me to even remember, but I'm going to go through the ones I can remember, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
So let's start with, first of all, your maneuver. Remember that maneuver we did?
The right one. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got you to pull over and park on the right, and then
Mm.
I said reverse back 2 car spaces. Now the pulling over and parking was pretty good. I was quite happy with the way you pulled over and parked. You checked
Yeah.
your mirrors, you signaled, came in and parked.
Mm.
And then I said reverse back 2 car spaces.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not looking around. You're not observing. You're looking in front. I saw you looking here as well a little bit. You're
Mm.
looking in front and reversing. Do you know what's happening behind you?
This car.
If we're looking in front, do you know what's happening behind?
The cars can come.
Yeah, you don't know what's happening behind if you're looking forward. Now, some people say I could use this mirror, but this limits to you that. But you wasn't even looking in the mirror, you was looking up ahead. Okay, so you weren't looking in the back window enough and you weren't looking around what was happening. Also, on top of that, there were some cars passing through.
Yeah,
When-
one car is passing.
Yeah, and I had to stop the car.
Yeah,
I said
yeah.
to you, because he was really close to us, and I'm afraid if you turn, you swing out, he could swerve, or you could end up clipping him.
Yeah.
It's too dangerous. So
Too
at that
dangerous.
point, you've got to make sure when people are going past you, from behind or in front, you're stopped. Okay, so I gave you a dangerous mistake for your
Yeah.
observations there.
Okay.
Not stopping for cars and not looking in the back window
Oh,
enough.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a dangerous mistake there.
Mm.
Now this is a really big one. The gears on that dual carriageway. you remember we were on the dual carriageway?
Yeah.
And we're trying to go up into third gear?
Yeah.
And you put it into first gear.
First gear, yeah.
And you brought your clutch up and the car's really slowed down. Now that's really dangerous because people don't know that you're slowing down at this point because the brake lights don't come on, but the car slows down very quickly. Did you feel that?
Yeah.
It felt really dangerous.
Yeah.
So there's a car really close to you, they might not even have enough time to react and you might end up causing an accident this way. Now do you understand why you made that mistake?
I forgot.
It's the gears. You're not using the palming method. Do you know what the palming method is? Okay, so when you change gears, you're holding it like this too much, and you can't really select the gears, and you're forcing the gears in. You're not really feeling the gears. So when you're going from second to third, what you should ideally be doing is from second gear, like this, you should go up into neutral, let go, and then let it push up. But you should feel this happen, like this. Yeah. What you're doing is you're doing this. You're trying to find it, and you're going into first gear. I can't find the gear like this. I'm going here into neutral, and let it push up. Okay, so you need to try using that palming method more to prevent that mistake from happening. It's a very dangerous mistake, especially on a fast road like that, a dual carriageway. You can't afford to go down to first gear, slow the car down that much without any brake lights and so on. Okay, really dangerous mistake there. Moving off with control. So at one point we said we're going to take the next road on your right, and this is Satnav said this to you, we're taking the next road on your right. As we came up to turn, there was oncoming cars, so you had to come to a stop. Now when you stopped in second gear. You tried to move off, and the car stalled. Okay, now fair enough, you stalled. Had you recovered fairly quick, you would only got a minor there. But then you turned off the car, then you turned it on, then turned it off again, and then the clutch was coming, you had the clutch up to turn the car on, it was just not starting. So I had to help you in this point, and yeah, it's just where you stalled, you're blocking the lane, so the oncoming traffic can't pass through, you're in the middle of the junction, it's just a dangerous place to stop. Well, not stop, to end up stalling. Imagine that was a really big junction, it could be really dangerous, because imagine if cars are coming really fast towards you, you've got to be able to clear their path. But yeah, because you didn't get the car quickly enough on, and I had to intervene, it became a dangerous mistake there. Okay, use some mirrors before change of direction. Now on one of the roundabouts we were turning right, fourth exit. Remember, turning right, fourth exit. You get a little bit confused where the exit is, or you're a bit confused there. As you're going round, I can see you're a little bit confused.
Near the Tesco.
Yes, that's it, the one next to Tesco's. But you realise this is your exit, it's coming up. You didn't check your left mirrors. You did your signal and you came off. Now why is it important to check your left mirrors?
It's important because pedestrians, either cyclists, motorcyclists.
There you go, another vehicle, another cyclist, motorbike. Because you're in the right lane at the moment, and now to take that exit, you need to come back over to the left. So you must check those mirrors, make sure you know what's happening there, if it's safe for you to move over, and then take the exit. But you didn't check your mirrors, and we got way too close. Not way too close, sorry. You didn't check your mirrors, not knowing what's happening there, and then you just ended up taking the exit. Okay, so I gave you a serious mistake for not using mirrors. Also, I've given you four minors for use of mirrors before change of direction. In general, I don't know, you have these little episodes where you're checking your mirrors a lot, and then sometimes you zone out. You're just looking at the road and you're just going in between cars, coming out, especially in meeting situations. You stop checking your mirrors. You've got to, throughout when you're driving, you've got to be checking mirrors every time you're changing direction. But it happened more than 4 times. Even if you didn't get that serious mistake on the roundabout, because you had so many minors, that would have also been a serious mistake. Because it's 4 or 5 with the same mistake, they'll change it to a serious mistake. Do you understand that? So that you would have got twice. Okay. Clearance. You got too close to one of the cars. We were driving along, I can't remember exactly where, but we got way too close and I'm doing this. And also there was another situation where we were, after stalling the car, we went further up the road. And there was a speed hump, there was that car waiting. You're coming way too fast into that. And the speed hump was, you need to be a lot slower there, making sure you can deal with the speed hump, and there's a parked car on the left and there's a car waiting for you to give way, but the gap's really small. You need to go through it nice and slowly. You rushed into this too fast. Okay. So also you would have got a clearance fault there as well. Okay. Traffic lights. Response to traffic lights. You remember those red traffic lights? You need to. But you know why that happened, I feel? It's because you're still thinking of the old mistake, the mistake that you made previous.
Yeah.
You need to get over your mistakes and focus on what's happening in front. Okay, if you keep thinking and dwelling on the mistake behind, you're going to make more mistakes.
More mistakes.
Yeah. Okay, so you miss those traffic lights, I had to brake, and so on. Okay. Appropriate speed, I gave you a dangerous mistake. This is that hump I was talking about. Okay, when you got coming up to that hump, it was way too fast. You should have been slowing down, and the gap was not big. And I don't know, you heard the sound. The front of the car scraped the floor as well. Yeah. Your observations, I've given you a serious and a dangerous mistake for your observations. Okay, now I can remember the dangerous one. This is, we're coming out of a road. I said turn left at the end of the road. As you're coming up, there's some cars parked on the right, and they were kind of obstructing your view into the road. Like at the top of those cars, you could just about see a red car coming from the right.
Yes,
Do you remember this?
Remember.
As we turned in, now that car's had to slow down for you a lot. And then as you turned in, I have to say sorry to him because it was not a gap that you should have taken, because they have priority over you, and we shouldn't have to come into the road and slow someone down. The serious mistake, I'm just trying to think of this. Oh yes, so we were coming up to a, after you had done the mistake of the gear, you know, when you went accidentally into first gear?
Yes, yes.
We came up to another roundabout. We were going straight ahead, second exit. As you came up to the roundabout, not once did you look over to the right. Okay, when you watch this back, you'll see the mistake. Okay, so as we went up ahead, you missed the cars coming from your right, and well, not missed the cars. You didn't look. Luckily, there was no one coming from your right, and I let you carry on. But obviously, imagine there was someone coming from your right and you didn't look. You could cause an accident. Imagine if I'm not here to stop you. So okay. So you've got to be observing. Make sure you get over any mistakes and focus on what's happening in front. I've given you a serious mistake for lane discipline. So this is the Tesco roundabout, the 4th exit.
The roundabout.
The 4th exit roundabout. As you're coming up to a roundabout, you're not staying in the right lane. You're trying to look to the right, and your speed's too fast, and you're changing gears. You're doing way too much coming up to that roundabout, and you're not giving yourself enough time to look at your position. And as you came up, you're drifting into the middle, changing gears, not looking to the right enough. You did see a gap, and you did end up going, but we were using both lanes. So it was a serious mistake for lane discipline. When you got 2 lanes, you must stay in 1 lane. You can't stay in both.
Yes.
Do you understand that? Okay.
So only have to stay in the right.
Correct. So what's more important there is when you come up, you keep the car slow enough where you have enough time to look to the right and be able to look at your positioning. If you can't do both, your positioning is more important, because you could always stop and look for a gap. Yeah. Whereas if you keep looking for a gap and you're going too fast and you can't look at your positioning, you could go into another car. Because at that point, there's going to be if there's another lane, there could be another car on your left. And if you're looking over to the right and you're swerving over to the left, you could cause an accident. Okay? So your positioning is key. It's more important. Normal stops, even now, I asked you to pull over and park. Look at the gap there.
Yes,
it's way too big. Just now as well, when there was a woman just passing through, she was struggling to get past us. You need to make sure when you're pulling over and parking that we keep close enough to the curb. Okay, the gaps are way too big at the moment. Okay, so I've given you, first it was 2 minors for the same thing, and then I just given you a serious mistake because legally you're not allowed to park this car this far away from the curb. So I've given you a serious mistake for planning and awareness, because as you came, the sat-nav said take the next road on your left. As you're coming up, you've left it really late. The safer thing would have been to carry on straight. But what you've done is you did your mirrors really quick and signaled quickly and turned in. Now you've gone wide, and also you didn't give yourself enough time to assess what was happening in your mirrors. There was nothing there, but you're not giving yourself. The safer thing to do at that point, it's too late to take that turn, to carry on straight ahead. But that's all your serious and dangerous mistakes. But 12 is way too many.
Too many. Too many.
Okay. So you need to think about now if you can get all these mistakes out. You know, if we with your instructor, if you can give yourself enough time to book in some lessons to rectify these, or it might be a wise idea to move your test maybe a couple of weeks later.
So I have to change the test, isn't
I would suggest, You've only got, what was it, 19th? No, 29th you said, so you've only got 1 week. Now I don't know how busy your instructor is, but you need a couple of lessons to be able to fix all these mistakes. Okay? But you definitely want to just work on all these mistakes and then going for your test. If you, like I said, if you had gone into your test and done this, the test would have been cancelled.
Yes.
Yeah? They would have terminated. So they would stop the car and say, sorry, we can't carry on with the test, and you would have to walk back to the test centre. Now you don't want to be doing this.
Yes.
Okay, so you want to just make sure you're going for your test a bit more prepared.
Yes, understand.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, do you understand all those serious mistakes?
Yeah.
Now there's some minor mistakes which we'll talk about in a moment.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
And you're happy for this to go on YouTube as well?
Yes, I'm happy because
Perfect. Okay?
yeah.
Alright, great. We'll turn this off.